Hi, Ellie here, and this is video number 2 in my series about what it's like to go through a lung cancer diagnosis as well as a lobectomy. In this video, I'll be talking about the ER, the admission, a little bit about the admission process, as well as the testing that I had done, which one actually uncovered the fact that there was something there. If you're interested in learning about the symptoms that I had which caused me to actually go to the ER, check out video number 1 in this series, and I've put a link in the description below. Without further ado, the ER. I was taken to the ER, and back in 2022, hospitals were still really crazy. Wait times were at least 12 hours. Even in the best of times, ER wait times are several hours. But it was bad back then. If you know you're going to the ER ahead of time, there are some things that you should have with you. Number 1, your insurance card. Number 2, a photo ID. And number 3, have your cell phone with you, fully charged. Take a charger with you because you don't know how long you're going to be there. And anything you want to read, please have it downloaded because you might not have coverage in certain areas of the hospital. So it's just a heads up. In fact, you might just want to have printed material to read so you don't even have to worry about it. So I found myself in the ER, in the waiting room with tons of other people. It was packed. Suddenly I felt this tremendous pain in my chest and pressure. It felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. I was having trouble breathing. I actually passed out. I fell out of my wheelchair onto the floor, and they scooped me up. They got me on a stretcher, wheeled me in the back, and I thought my heart's got to be my heart or stroke or something's going on. So they hooked me up, they did the EKG, and they left. I was waiting. And as I was waiting, dink, 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 one by one, lights in the cubbies around me were being turned off, and I was thinking, wow, I know it's really busy. Did they forget about me? But no, they didn't forget about me. It was so quiet back there. Very, very different from the waiting room. Anyway, the doctors decided that I was to be admitted. And normally, I really don't like hospitals. I avoid them at all costs. But I was so sick at that point. And I wanted to know what was wrong. So I was actually relieved when they said they were going to admit me. The admission process can take some time. Just so you know, first of all, the doctor has to determine that you're going to be admitted. Then they have to see if there's a room available. Once they find a room, they have to get staff to go in there and clean it. All that takes time. So be patient. Honestly, being in the hospital is a lot of hurry up and wait. Being in the hospital is not fun, but the one thing that was really, really good about it was that I got all of the diagnostic tests done very, very quickly. Normally, you have to go see your doctor, then they order the tests, and then you have to go make the appointment to get the test done. Then, once the test is done, you go back to your doctor, and they might need more tests run. It takes a while. It's a long process. For me, it took 7 days. I was fast-tracked. It was amazing how fast everything went. I had CAT scans, MRIs, blood tests. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to have a lot of needles. It's just part of the cancer journey, unfortunately. Some are not so bad. Others are not so fun. You will have to have a lot of blood sticks for blood draws. Probably. I shouldn't say definitely, but probably. Because what they do is when they do blood samples when you're in the hospital, they can't take the blood from the IV needle. Oh yeah, you're going to have an IV. So they'll have to stick you. I kind of felt like a pincushion after a while. I was like, okay, how many more needles? In any case, they got all the tests done in 7 days, and something did show up on the chest x-ray. Now, if you remember from video 1, I talked about how the chest x-ray was done in June, and I was glad that it was done. It was a marker. Nothing showed up 6 months earlier, but this time it did. I had an amazing team of doctors, and I was really, really blessed. The internal medicine doctor came in. He said, well, we found something. And he said, we found a photobomb, because they weren't looking for it, but they found it. I'm so blessed that they did. I don't remember much of the conversation after that. It was really shocking for me to hear that. I didn't think it was my lung at all. The one thing I do remember is we're going to order a biopsy. And he described it a little bit. They're going to put a needle in, they're going to take a biopsy of your lung. And I'm trying to process all this. You know, at the time I was alone in my room, and it was a lot. You know, it's really, really helpful if you have somebody there with you in the hospital. You can talk to somebody about this, because it's tough to hear that. It really is. And all sorts of things were going through my head. One thing that was good is that I had my phone and I could just play games, do anything to try and keep my mind off of it. In any case, well, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, please click the like button below and check back, because I will be posting more videos in the coming weeks and months and giving updates to how I'm doing post-lobectomy. So definitely check back. As always, take care and stay strong. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you liked the video. If you liked it, please click. If you're just... I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, and what else?